Worst serial killers in anime history. Johann Liebert, monster. Johann doesn't kill with weapons. He destroys people's minds completely. He studies his victims and disassembles their sense of self piece by piece until they're hollow. He killed his adoptive family, innocent people on the road, and turned an entire orphanage into a bloodbath just by manipulating the children around him. What makes him a serial killer is how he systematically hunts down and psychologically destroys anyone connected to him, trying to erase his own existence by erasing everyone who remembers him.
Light Yagami, Death Note. Light finds a notebook that kills anyone whose name is written in it. At first, he only targets criminals, but he quickly starts killing anyone who gets in his way. He kills FBI agents, their families, and anyone who figures out who he is. He becomes addicted to the power and the act of playing God. What makes him a serial killer is that he methodically builds a massive body count without hesitation, manipulating everyone around him and justifying each murder in his twisted mind.
Yuno Gasai, Future Diary. Yuno's adoptive parents lock her in a cage and control her life until she completely breaks mentally. She kills them and keeps their bodies in the house. Later, she becomes obsessed with a boy and kills anyone who gets close to him or threatens their relationship. She uses axes, guns, and katanas to massacre entire groups of people. What makes her a serial killer is her obsessive killing spree, driven by her possession-based love, eliminating everyone who threatens her control over the person she's fixated on.
Yoshikage Kira, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Kira develops an obsession with women's hands as a teenager and turns it into a killing fetish. He stalks women, murders them, and keeps their severed hands as trophies. He lives a completely ordinary life, so nobody suspects him, but he's already killed 46 women. What makes him a serial killer is his methodical pattern of hunting, stalking, murdering, and collecting from his victims, while hiding in complete normalcy.
Shion Sonozaki, Higurashi. Shion grows up with her twin sister constantly switching identities until she loses track of who she really is. When a boy she loves disappears and her family punishes her, she becomes paranoid that they're behind it. She drags people into the torture chamber and interrogates them. She accidentally kills one with a stun gun, then tortures and kills others, including a little girl. What makes her a serial killer is her methodical torture and murder of multiple people, driven by her paranoid delusions.
Muzan Kibutsuji, Demon Slayer. Muzan is the first demon to ever exist, and he creates demons by turning humans with his blood. He experiments on humans, trying to create the perfect demon. He kills almost the entire Kamado family just to test them, turning Nezuko into a demon. He holds grudges for centuries and curses entire bloodlines to slowly die from illness. What makes him a serial killer is his centuries-long spree of creating and experimenting on demons, killing humans systematically for his own goals.
Shogo Makushima, Psychopaths. Makushima is invisible to the law enforcement system because his crime coefficient stays low even while he's planning murders. He manipulates people into committing crimes while staying in the shadows. He distributes helmets that copy crime coefficients so criminals can act without detection. He kills investigators, civilians, and orchestrates chaos across an entire city. What makes him a serial killer is his systematic murders through indirect manipulation, using the system's blindness to his criminality against it. Overlord. Clementine is a sadistic psychopath who kills for entertainment and torture. She admits she's always been like this, not because of trauma, but because she enjoys hurting people. She teams up with others but treats them like toys to stab whenever she's bored. She kills adventurers, raids houses, and murders strangers without hesitation. What makes her a serial killer is her complete lack of remorse and her methodical killing spree driven purely by the enjoyment of causing suffering.
Puck, ReZero. Puck is obsessed with Amelia and becomes increasingly unstable. He kills everyone around him through indirect means and manipulation. He orchestrates massacres and torture scenarios. He manipulates and controls people using his unseen hands ability to stretch and kill anyone in his way. What makes him a serial killer is his twisted devotion, driving him to systematically eliminate anyone who doesn't support his delusions about the person he's obsessed with. Barry the Chopper, Full Metal Alchemist. Barry started as a serial killer long before his military experiments. He murdered 23 people as a butcher, starting with his own wife. After being bound to armor, he continues killing with joy. He hunts people relentlessly, talks about his murders with pride, and shows his thirst for blood is still alive. What makes him a serial killer is his consistent pattern of hunting and murdering humans for the thrill of it, whether as a butcher or a soldier. Lad Russo, Bacano. Lad is a hitman obsessed with blood and killing people who think they're untouchable. He was born with homicidal tendencies that had nothing to do with trauma. He kills with precision and pleasure, gunning down targets without hesitation. He massacres train passengers and murders innocent people just because they annoy him. What makes him a serial killer is his methodical killing spree, driven purely by his bloodlust and the satisfaction of proving people aren't invincible. Orochimaru, Naruto. Orochimaru is obsessed with immortality and conducts human experiments to achieve it. He kidnaps villagers and shinobi for his experiments, including 60 children where he implants another's DNA into them. He kills anyone who gets too close to his secrets. He orchestrates invasions and assassinations. What makes him a serial killer is his decades-long spree of kidnapping and experimenting on humans, murdering them systematically in the name of his research.
Hiro Shishigami, Inuyashiki. Hiro becomes a cybernetic, godlike being and decides power puts him above everyone else. He kills random people who irritate him and entire families for entertainment. He murders internet trolls remotely and massacres 85 people in a police station. What makes him a serial killer is his systematic killing spree, driven by his belief that his power makes him godlike and allows him to eliminate anyone he finds annoying without consequence.